See, our Hindu religion is not a religion actually, right?
Mhm.
Because if you take any other religion, they have rules and regulations. They have got a book prescribed. They have a Bible, right? They have old commandments, new commandments, and then Quran is there. And then all this religion, they have books to say what to do, what not to. Guidelines is there. That we call it as a religion.
Okay.
There is certain guidelines. But Hinduism is not a religion. It's a way of life. Hinduism is a very way of life. And in Hinduism, everything is experienced, everything is lived as a representation, right? So in Hinduism, everything is considered God. They pray to trees. Trees are considered God. They pray to Tulsi. They do. So everything is considered as God. Animals, every God has an vahana, right? The vahana is an animal. So while you are praying to God, you are praying to the animal also. So animals are also considered God. In Hinduism, everything is seen God. Stone is a God. Bird is a God. Animal is a God. Human is a God. Everything is a God. So that's a way of life they lived. And they made a certain statues because you see, only in India they have sex education in temples. Okay, if you go to Khajuraho or if you go to ancient temples, on the outer periphery of the temples, you see most of the temples on the outer periphery. Okay, there are exotic sculptures, right? If you go to Khajuraho, that's a sacred temple, and you will be wondered why they have created this in the outer, but it will be only in the outer, because that's the way of life. Don't get stuck. That's pictorially they are saying, don't get stuck with your physical pleasures. There is something deep inside which is much more. It is like, the inner is the fruit, the outer is the peel. The fruit is sweet, but the peel also has a certain sweetness. The peel absorbs the sweetness from the fruit. So it's a representation saying, don't get stuck with the peel, enjoy the fruit. So in Hinduism, everything is a way of life, to understand the life, and every aspect, every practice you do is a journey to go inwards, right? So we say Namaskar. So what is this? What are you holding these hands for? When you're greeting a person, you're holding these hands and say Namaskar, Namaste. So what is this for? You say, I bow down to your soul because I see you as a soul. It's not your body. I know you are not the body. I know you are not the mind, but I bow down to the soul because you are a divine soul. I am a divine soul and you are also a divine soul. In every practice in this culture takes you inner. Okay, this is the way of life. They have made it certain practices. For example, they built beautiful temples, and all the temples are in a perfect alignment with all the, the air, the ether, the energy. And in all the temples, they have planted these medicinal plants. And because when you go round and round Pradakshinas around the temple, then you get a lot of healing, natural healing. Your aura gets cleansed because of these medicinal plants. They made these statues as a representation. When you go to the Hanuman, if you go to Hindu temples, you'll get many statues are there. So you go, you bow down. When you see a Hanuman statue, you see that determination, confidence in you. Okay, when you see a Ganesha statue, you see that the wisdom in you, right? Every god represents a certain aspect. Every statue represents a certain aspect. So when you see that statue, you are recognizing that aspect in you, not in them. This is Hinduism. Every statue represents a certain aspect which is in you. So when you bow down to that statue, you are not praying. You say, okay, I bow down to that quality which is in me. Okay, and if you go to the ancient temples, all the temples are built for meditation. Okay, so there is a practice in Hinduism that when you go to the temple, you have to do Pradakshinas, and after you do the Pradakshinas, you have to sit silent for some time before you come out of the temple. That is the goal of going to the temple. You have to sit silent after doing the Pradakshinas. And all the temples are built mostly on the hilltop, ancient ones. So Hinduism is a way of life which takes the human to go deep inner. Okay, but people don't understand it.
Okay.
if you are really practicing the Hinduism, that itself is enough to get enlightened. Okay. So for your question of idol worship, who are you worshipping to? You can enjoy the beauty of the sculpture. Yes, sculptures are a beauty for the eyes. It is a feast for the eyes. You see a beautiful sculpture. That is the feast for our eyes. There is a beauty. But who are you bowing down to? You bow down to your own. Then you are a real Hindu. You bow down to your own Atma. You recognize the beauty of your own Atma. And you recognize the beauty of every Atma around you. Then you are a real Hindu. You see, Shiva is always in a meditative posture. Shiva has become an Adi Yogi by doing meditation. Hanuman is Vayu Putra. We call it Hanuman is Vayu Putra. So Vayu Putra means he is in meditation. Okay, we say Hanuman chaleesa. Chaleesa means 40 days. Anything you do for 40 days, you'll see the benefits.
Okay.
Any experiment you do for 40 days, you come to know the truth. Hanuman chaleesa. Hanuman is Vayu Putra, right? So 40 days, you don't know meditation. 40 days, you begin. So in the first 40 days, you observe the breath, your mind becomes empty. The first 40 days. You can do the experiment. In the beginning, a lot of chattering is there, but 40 days sincerely you do, the mind naturally becomes empty. So the second 40 days, another Chalisa, another Hanuman Chalisa, second 2.0. Again you continue. The second 40 days, all your Nadi Mandala Shuddhi happens, the etheric cleansing happens. This is the significance of Hanuman Chalisa. Not repeating the mantra. Hanuman Chalisa means you have to be like Hanuman. Hanuman is a Vayu Putra. So you have to be like Hanuman. Be with the breath. Then that will transform your life. This is Hanuman Chalisa.